Hello, friends from the comic book and manga worlds. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the October 9th, 2023 FOC. Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House. The titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell internationally. And aside from this YouTube channel, we're also on Twitter X, Facebook, Instagram, and you can find us at PRH International Comics, where we'll post some news and updates there. So definitely check us out. And as always, comment down below with your picks for this week too, because we like to hear from you as well. And we'll go ahead and get started here on our first pick, which
Yep.
is actually my first cover pick. And it would be Gods or GODS, issue number 2. This is the Mike Del Mundo. We have the one with the trade dress and the Virgin variant, which is a 1 in 100. So we have this new character in Gods, Aiko Maki, and I was looking at the Valerio Shitty's sketch for this, just to like the character sketch,
Yeah.
and the gun that this character is holding is like what's really cool about it is like the necklace or a bracelet that she wears kind of like shape shifts and like snakes into like a weapon, a gun, for instance, which is really neat. So I just love how the cover really illustrates that. It's like really cool. It's like shattering
Yeah.
glass in a way that like you could see it like forming as she's about to like shoot this weapon. So and then you can see the eyeball through it to take aim. I just thought this was a really cool cover, so I wanted to point it out.
Yeah, and I want to point out that so number one came out this week for Gods, and I actually pulled and bought the cover with her on the cover by Ejikure or Ejikure. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. But but the same thing because I thought it was such a cool design and such a cool character. So
Mhm.
I haven't read it yet. I wouldn't tell you anyways because I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah, it's too early to
looking
spoil.
forward. I didn't have time yesterday to dig in, but looking forward to it. And next is one of my picks. This is Black Panther number 6. This is Duali variant 1 in 25. I love Duali covers. He does such an amazing job, and he's such an amazing guy. I really invite you to browse through his Instagram. He not only does amazing covers like this one, but he also does a lot of designs for like movie posters and posters of all kinds for like events and things like that. So browsing through his Instagram is such a joy. And then also, he also has done collaboration with Tops, the cards to do sports cards for soccer players or football players actually. If we're international, we should use the right name, football. And and they're very cool too. So he recently did an alligator Loki that was amazing. Coming up is going to be a very awesome X-Men one with Wolverine on the cover, and also on the next Spider-Man India, he's doing one with the costume that looks a lot like the one in the movie. But talk about this cover, obviously the black background with T'Challa right there with it looking very cool, very menacing, but at the same time with the beautiful colors of sort of African designs on the shoulder with the panther right there in that shoulder sort of uh armor, I guess. And then also the detail of having a lance right there too. It's all very cool. And obviously, like I mentioned, he's such a great designer. It's not just how beautiful he does the art, which it is, but he also designs and places everything in such a way that it's a poster. It's really a movie poster what he's designing. And I can't wait to see a whole lot more of his stuff.
Next up is my pick. This is Operation Sunshine. This is issue number 2. This is the James Perrin cover B variant. And
Hmm.
I was drawn to it because you have like a very ordinary forefront of like characters just sitting down and like just like lookingly staring off as if they have nothing in their minds. It's
Yeah,
almost like zombie-like, and I like
yeah.
how like drinking the wine is just like a drip, like almost like
Of course you would
drool
notice
sort
that.
of.
I didn't notice that. Just like dripping a little from the corner of his mouth. Oh,
Yeah, it's almost as if like they're like zombified monsters themselves. Like the background isn't too far off with like how like catatonic the like the characters are in the forefront. So I really like how
yeah.
cool this cover is. I just wanted to point it out. Yeah, so this is great. I don't did I
So,
mention this? It's the really popular The Last Podcast on the Left,
yep.
those people that are doing they're presenting this comic
Yeah, they're
for us as
creating
the
this.
creators. Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved how number one, you do notice the little drivel thing, but you also say that it's wine, even though clearly it's not wine, and that's why they didn't put it on a wine glass. Didn't it occur to you that it's blood?
Well, I didn't want to say because I
Well,
don't
it's
know.
vampires. That's why they
Well,
put it in a
yeah.
martini glass.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe they decided to drink wine that one day.
Yeah, one day they're just
Yeah.
surrounded by vampires, but they just want to drink a little bit of wine in a martini glass. And
Mhm.
also the little, is that a bat on the bottom on the under the table?
I have no idea. It looked like it, yeah.
Yeah, a little creature in the bottom.
Hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
Right, so that's it for that.
And next, my next pick is Daredevil Black Armor. Number one, this is the Paulo Siqueira foil variant. This is the new series, I believe is a mini series coming up with from DG Chichester and Nethodias. And I mean, there's a lot of amazing covers for this number one, all featuring this black armor from with Daredevil. But this one really caught my eye. I love Paulo Siqueira's art is always vibrant and actions. He does action poses for superheroes so well. He recently did a lot of covers for like Carnage and Venom and things like that, and they're all amazing. But this one is specifically having the logo in the background, having the baton sort of thrown at you by Daredevil, and the fact that it's going to be a foil variant, I can see this being an amazing foil variant. This is the kind of art you really want on a foil variant. Not a lot of no background, no details, really just the superhero in action, which is great.
Right, next up is Space Usagi, Death and Honor issue number 1. This is the cover C, 1 in 10, Jennifer Meyer variant. And I had to pick this because it's so dreamy, soft bunnies.
Yeah.
It's just so good. The art is so beautiful, and I just cannot resist it. I've gotta say that there are a lot of great covers for this mini series. So what this is, we're returning back to Space Usagi. This is a fan favorite series with Dark Horse and Doku Publishing coming together. So this is a re-release of the first Space Usagi miniseries, but we're getting new colors and new cover art, and they're definitely treating us with the cover art here because it's just every issue that I've seen so far where the art is revealed is just amazing. So definitely check this one out.
Yeah, and we know that Jennifer Mayer is doing the B covers for the next two issues too. So if you like this one, make sure to pull the next two also.
Mhm.
You have the collection. Next is X Force 46. Yes, this is the Jeff DeCall variant, at 1 in 25. This is part of the Fall of X crossover event happening right now. And here we see Laura X23 just like looking amazing with a beautiful background, sort of a sunset and the city. I love the perspective of it, how it's kind of shifted, and um, you kind of see her uh, towering basically above all the landscape in the background. But you also see the blood dripping from her claws and the hair blowing in the air. And Jeff DeCall is another one of those artists that has very unique style, very beautiful. Um, and stylized. And again, he also is like Duali, not just does extremely well with the art, but also with designing and thinking through where everything goes in his art pieces. I love how the yellow contrasts against the white and the sky, but also there's like sort of a little bit of yellow smoke and splatter on there on the white. It's just full of very tiny details in such a very simple looking cover, which is great. Awesome.
And that actually concludes our cover picks for this week. But
Yeah.
definitely take a look at everything that's coming out.
At the
Sure.
full list, yes.
Yeah. Because there's just so many good ones that we couldn't talk about today. But
Yeah.
we do end on really like any type of an exciting announcement to us. And the one that we had to pick, is these new license acquisitions, specifically from Seven Seas. I'll go over just a little bit, taste of each one of them so you can get excited for it. And first up, we have a manhwa, which is No Love Zone. This is volume 1. This one we have Eungum, who is had worked at his office job for a year. Work is great, fantastic. Everything is going the way that he wants it to go, except when it comes to his love life, where he tends to fall hard and fast on, and typically that happens because he just gets mesmerized by looks, somebody's
Uh-huh.
looks. And then it just happens that his handsome new boss, Han Ji-hyuk, is exactly the man of his type. Like this is like everything. You're definitely my type. This is who he typically goes for. But this guy is a total jerk, total like turn off for him, and like his boss like works him to the bone, that kind of thing. And the more aggravated he feels, the more he can get this guy off of his mind. So could this heated hate attraction be a mutual thing? It's a question that you have to figure out. So we'll have this available uh, eventually for you to pick up. And then next up, we have My Sister Took My Fiance, and Now I'm Being Courted by a Beastly Prince. It's exactly what the title implies. We have Cordelia, who is a daughter of a countess. Can't seem to get married because her little sister Priscilla keeps stealing the hearts of her suitors. So Cordelia is basically like, I'm going to become a spinster, most likely, because of this. And she is surprised because a handsome man is suddenly interested in her. And turns out he's also a prince. And this is Prince Lionheart, who possesses the power of the legendary lion and is admired by everyone, but has his own quirk. And can you guess what his quirk is? He just wants to pursue Cordelia because he's drawn to her scent, which is not the first time that we've seen this, but I love that. Like
Yeah.
one of my favorites is Sweat and Soap, which is like very scent oriented type of manga, and this is something that I'm definitely interested in as well. So this is pretty
I'm
cool.
gonna suggest that they do
Mhm.
this as a sniff and scratch, a scratch and sniff. Sorry.
A
Yeah.
scratch and sniff, yeah.
Yeah. Whenever you mention the scent that you can scratch and smell what she
Mhm.
smells like.
Yes.
Scratch and sniff edition.
Scratch and sniff edition.
Yeah.
All right. Next we have Riku Can't Be a Goddess. This is a light novel. So a high school student, right here, she has a secret. And Riku, I'm trying to remember their name. Riku is the childhood friend of the main protagonist, and she has a secret crush on Riku. And she's like trying not to like cross that boundary and like trying to be cool about it. And but she finds out that Riku has interest in cross-dressing, so she offers herself as sort of like a dress-up doll for Riku so that he can explore his interest in cross-dressing with her. And so everything is going as planned. This is like their arrangement. He just dresses her and she like, yeah, I'll help you like figure this out. Like, if this is something that you want to do, you could try it on me. But then an unexpected kiss happens between the two that kind of complicates things, sending them in panic and awkwardness. And this is just like one out of four stories, like coming of age tales as you follow these teens as they're trying to confront them themselves and their identity and their true selves. So this is the like if you like that type of story, this is the one for you. Which definitely caught my interest, especially this cover. It's so interesting the way that
Yeah.
like smearing the lipstick, the makeup across the mouth kind of thing.
And you
So
see the dress in the background, like in
yeah,
the reflection in the corner,
mhm.
but it's just like I love how it is subtle. It's there, but it's subtle.
It's like
It's
the
very cool.
interest of like
Yeah,
wanting to explore this side. So yeah.
very good.
And then we have Tamama-chan is a girl. This is omnibus edition that includes volumes 1 to 3. So we're getting the paperback omnis, which is very exciting. I don't know if I need to say much about this because it's a really big
It
hit when it
is,
came to the
and I already
anime.
told you that I'm a fan.
Yeah, yeah.
It was available this earlier this year, one season of this, and it is such a cool story about Tomo, who's the girl that you see here, but she's always been kind of a tomboy, and her best
Mhm.
friends from childhood, June, who you see there, they she's obviously has feelings for him but doesn't know if he has the same feelings because he treats her as just another one of the boys and just like a boyfriend, like a friend who's a guy. And so she struggles. It's a story of her and struggling through trying to be more feminine or trying to declare her love. And obviously uh, a lot of fun and funny things happen, especially because her dad is the head of a dojo, a very big dojo. And I mean, I'm not spoiling. This is not the kind of thing to spoil, but something to to look forward to is that he obviously requires that whoever is going to date his little girl needs to fight him.
Fight her and
And
him
she,
too.
by the way, and then she is the best fighter in the dojo.
Fighter.
And she like,
Yeah.
and that's the other issue. Like he feels like, oh my God, I need to be a little bit more manly for her, but he can't because she's like a best fighter in the fighter than him. And even though he's good, it's a whole thing. It's very cool, and it's very slice of life, high school. It has comedy. It's a little bit of romance, a little bit of heartbreak in a way, and some very cool characters around them, which is also great.
Mhm. So that's it for our announcements this week. And as always, we love doing this. So come back for more next week.
Yep.
And yeah, don't forget our social media at PRH International Comics. So check us out on there as well. So
Yes.
that's it for us. Bye everyone.
Thank you. Bye.